Rise and grind. Rise and grind. Battle rap is life. Battle rap is life. Cassidy still talking? Gotta hear what Cassidy gotta say. 15 minutes of fame. Let's get it.
Let's go!
How you doing, brother?
Oh man, I feel like we're playing everything.
That's what's up, man. Thanos. I got Thanos on the line. What's goody?
The boy Thanos is here, man. The brother can explain on how to take out the rest of these Avengers.
Yo, when you said that shit, Cass, I cannot lie, man. I was like, yo, that shit is so fucking fire. Just the analogy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you know you're a wordsmith, so you come up with some. Sometimes it be some crazy shit. Sometimes it be some fire ass shit. So let me say this to you. Welcome.
Fire. I think sometimes people just don't understand it. Like I be so complex with my thoughts that sometimes my thoughts go over the average person's head.
What's going on? What's going on, Gio? How you feeling this morning, homie? How you feeling this morning, man?
I'm used to other people's thoughts, which is easy to catch. So they don't really know how deep I go, and I don't really understand all of the things I bring to the table. But everything I come to the table would be fire, man.
Yeah, it's like that in battle rap general, man. When I talk to when I watch a lot of battles, like I don't get everything everybody says. You know what I mean? In order for you to get everything, that everybody says, you have to watch the same thing. You got to come from the same era, or come from the same type of community, or come from the same state, or you know what I mean? So sometimes the way people say things, you can't always understand everything. So I get that a lot when I watch battle raps. Yo, one thing I want to say to you, brother, is welcome to the new era of battle rap.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Man.
Okay, man, you came back. Now that you've been on that stage, what's the different feel that you got now? Now, before you got on the stage, like I always say, man, the era you come from, what you do, how you do, you've always been king. Now you came into the URL and you got on that stage. What's the difference between back then and now that you've been on the URL stage? And again, I'll always say no disrespect to you and Disaster, which was a good battle either way. So I just think the URL crowd is different. What was your feeling on that stage?
I think the culture needs to shift. I think things need to change. I think what's expected from battle rappers need to be different. I think how battle rappers perform and what they show up with need to be different. I think a lot of things need to be adjusted, and I was waiting for someone to do it, but it's been so many years going past with it staying the same or even getting worse.
At B&H, we found a way for you to save the tax. Have to have the latest Sony camera and save the tax? You got it. Need the new MacBook Pro?
So I definitely had to come back and make these adjustments. And I don't know if you realize, but as we speak right now, the culture is shifting, the game is changing. Like, it's never going to be the same. Like, the revolution was a culture shifting time. So after the revolution, things will never be the same. How people analyzing battle rap, how they breaking down bars, how they realizing that bars can be even deeper than what you thought in. It's like even the whole way that people are approaching battle rap right now is different, and that's what I wanted to do. That was my intentions when I came back. I wanted things to be different. So I had to play that villain, that Thanos character. I knew the URL crowd, my first time there, they was going to be against me. They was creating that narrative from the beginning, way before. You could even see in the face-off it was me against everybody. And if there was a crowd there in the face-off, it wouldn't have been the same. Because the crowd, the URL crowd, wouldn't have been cheering for everything I said in the face-off. They would have been cheering for everything that the battle rapper said in the face-off. So if there was a crowd, like in front of a live studio audience, that type of feel at the face-off, it would have been a different energy. So that's why people are confused about the energy at the battle, because they're going by the crowd. But you can't go by that. You got to go by what was actually said and what actually happened. And that's what battle rap is about. And I don't believe that it's a new wave or new change or it's what you got to do in this new age because
Facts, Gio. He said he planned this angle the whole time. He knew all this was gonna happen. Okay.
nobody made them rules up. Nobody sat down at the table and said, all right, these are the rules or this is how the new game goes. Like, who made up those rules? And a lot of the people that's responsible for bringing them rules to the table don't even rap. So I'm not going to accept that that's the new wave and that's the new rules. Battle rap is about seeing who got the best bars and who got the best shit to say and the most creative shit to say and the most original shit to say. That's what battle rap is about. And all of the other things can play a part, but they just little factors. They are nowhere near as big as the most important part, and that's bars. So that's the reason why I'm back to shift the culture.
That's a fact. I always said that, gang. All about the bar. Not all about the bars. 70% bars. You gotta know how to do the extras, man. We're not just spitting over a radio or like over a recording and people listening to it. You're actually on stage in front of thousands of people. So you can't just spit bars. So at least he understand that.
And I knew what they expect on the URL stage, and that's why I was there. I got enough strength to stand up to that, to deal with that and still pull through, because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that crowd that was there. The hip-hop community is so huge. It's the biggest music in the world right now. My fan base is all through the world. So it's bigger than just that URL crowd. So I was serving a bigger purpose. I was trying to change the whole culture. So I could have did little things that impressed that crowd and could have, had the crowd going crazy, but I would have just did the same things that the other battle rappers do that I'm criticizing. So I would have just made it, just contributed to making the industry or the culture worse. So I didn't want to do that. So I had to come back and do what I did.
But see, that's why I said to you earlier, welcome to the new era of battle rap. So what it sounds like is that you're going to come and try to change, how battle rap has been structured. And again, it's become structured by the fans. So, back in the day when you used to, battle on the street, it was different. There was street cats out there, your boys, the person you battling, his boys. That's a different crowd. Now we got your everyday guys, your carpenters, your businessmen, your people that work at Walmart. You have a whole plethora of different types of people that watch battle rap now. So it's about pleasing the audience. Like MC means move the crowd, right? So if you get on that stage, you have to please that crowd. So, and if that's what they're looking for and you don't give them what they're looking for, then that's where you have the problem in battle rap. So I understand what you're saying.
Let me add to that, though. People don't know what they're looking for. That crowd don't know what they're looking for, and the fans can't determine it because that's not all the fans. There's way more people in the world that feel as though I want to battle than good. There might be URL fans that always go to URL events. There might be a different percentage of those people that feel like Good's won because I'm coming at all of them. I'm the one coming at the battle rapper. So if you're a fan of any battle rapper, I'm coming at your favorite battle rapper. It's like I'm coming at your culture that you are part of. So that's why people feel like they got to go against me. But I'm talking about the whole world. If you look at the world, more people feel like I won. More people feel like I body good. Like more people are judging my bars. If you go to any of the people that's breaking down the bars or reading the bars out, it's people that read my bars that got over 50,000 views on them just reading my bars. That's the energy I bring. Goods never bring that type of energy. So who does it feel like one? Like when you put my name on the blog, people gonna tune in because I'm the energy, not Good. It's like I'm setting up this next event that's going to be just as big as the resolution, if not bigger. I got a bigger name battler that I'm about to battle. I'm already in negotiations and every league hitting me up for my next event. I just got to decide when I'm about to do that. But Goods don't got those options. I'm really winning. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a 7 over another song after that, going over 7 minutes. Nobody never did nothing like that in their life. And that was just leftover bars that I had for goods because the way the conditions was, I didn't even get to do what I really wanted.
I knew it. I knew it. I told y'all. I told y'all he didn't write those bars after the battle. He already had those bars for goods. I told y'all.
To do. And I still got plenty more bars.
What's going on, Strong Island? Rise and grind. Battle rap is life. How you feeling?
So that's how conditioned I am. I want to just show the difference between me and them. So there's no new ways. I'm not going to say like being lazy, settling for less, not having no bars is the new wave. I'm not going to never agree to that. That's not the new wave. Not having no bars and just bouncing around on stage, not even looking at the nigga that you battling, not making no eye contact, not looking believable when you say a gun line. You saying it like this a cartoon, not like you will really shoot somebody. That's not performance to me in battle rap. Maybe in something else, a different sport or a different thing. But in battle rap, that's not performance to me. If you don't look the man that's in his eye when you telling him something crazy, then I don't believe you. So that's not performance to me. Just throwing your hands out or you know what I mean, rapping to the battle rappers that was in the front row, that's not performance to me. Who can't do that? You don't got to practice to do that. That's so easy. That's not chill. It's not like, oh, you got performance. Like, that's goofy shit. I don't feel like that's what battle rap is about. And I just feel like the crowd was against me or it seemed like the crowd was against me because the URL, all of the people that was in front, all of the people that was near the mic, all of the people were supporting goods because I'm famous and they are Avengers.
Right.
So I understand why the crowd was having that type of reaction. But if you look at the battle, fuck the crowd, just write the bars out. There's people that go to Rap Genius. They got the bars written out. If you just read the bars, any bar, you can clearly see I'm rhyming more syllables, using more schemes, more figurative language, and saying way more original, complicated shit than Goods is ever. He didn't say one hot bar the whole rap. And everybody that keeps saying Goods won, they only judging it by the crowd reaction. They're not judging it by bars. Because everybody that say Goods won, me and my fans, the people that support me are asking, how did he win? What did he say? And nobody can pull the bar that Good said to convincingly say that he beat me. Nobody. So how did he win? Just because the crowd said it? No, you got to really beat a nigga. You got to, when you battle rap, you got to really beat a nigga. You can't just go by the crowd saying something and just say he won. No, what did he say? None of that shit he said was real. None of that shit hold no weight. None of that shit. It's probably like...
It's funny he's saying that because when I was in Harlem and we on the block and we seen people battle, right? We was the crowd. You know what I'm saying? The people who's watching is pretty much the crowd. So when they start battling, we judge the battle. The crowd kind of judged the battle. We didn't have judges on the sideline saying who won the battle. We were the crowd. So what makes it different now that the people who's watching the battle is not judging the battle? Like, why isn't it the same? I don't get that part. I just don't get that part. So how do you judge the battle again?
2 or 3 lines that you can even still have them, that you can even ride with. The rest of that shit was 100% live. So how can a nigga win a battle like that? That's not good for the culture, and I'm not willing to say that's the new wave. That's no wave. That shit is not it. Never. Not back in the...
So it doesn't take practice and repetition to do theatrics. I'm with you. I think performance is more on the line of believability. But when it comes to theatrics and moving around on stage and crowd control and things like that, you got to talk to the crowd and things like that. Like, what's wrong? Like, why is that hard to do? Or it don't take practice to do that. But the way you said performance should be looking in somebody in their eyes and just rapping to them, that's more of a performance than theatrics. Like, so you should just look in their eyes, and that's harder than actually getting the crowd moving around, trying to get the crowd involved. Because that is just goofy stuff. Okay.
Hey, not last year, not next year, not 10 years from now. That's never going to be the wave. The rap, that's what they doing. They trying to Google and find any type of rumor, whether it's true or not, and just put it in the bar. And y'all accept that? That's not the new wave. That's corny shit. That's what females do. And that's what like TMZ and niggas that want to spread media do. Not battle rappers. Niggas don't do that.
So let me ask you this.
It seems like that's the most important thing nowadays. And I can't agree with that. And I can't rock with that. And I'm not going to encourage the niggas that under me or the niggas that rock with me to go in that direction, because that's not what battle rap about. And that's not what bars about. And that's why when they get on beat, they can't translate it. That's why when they get to sing music, they shit sound horrible. And that's the reason why I dropped the song afterwards, to show niggas the difference. Like, not only can I get busy on stage, but I also can get busy on the beat. My shit can translate on anything that there's real bars, not that goofy shit y'all be doing.
So let me ask you this. Now, I hear what you're saying, totally. So is it not important for you to win over the crowd, the fans, other than your own fans? Like, I know you have your personal fans that people going to always rock with you.
That's why I got way more fans than good.
No.
You actually got way more fans than Goods because you're more popular than Goods. Actually.
He won over more fans than me.
No, Cass.
That energy in there, but he don't have more fans than me. He didn't have more fans than me that came out to that event. Or he would have been selling out events like that. Not would have been able to book big venues like that if Goods had that type of energy. He don't. Those was there for me. But the people that was creating the energy in the building, it was a setup. That's why I said I'm Thanos and they the Avengers. Because I walked into a room full of Avengers and it was all set up right there. So I helped them with it. They coached them. He was spitting a lot of stolen raps. He even stole one of my raps that I said, one of my lines that I said against disaster, one of my easy pass lines. He flipped that around and said it back to me. That's a violation. There's one other battle that rappers not to pull up that had battles before that he stole lines from. I seen him sitting next to Fred the Godson, and he said a line that he said in the battle. You sitting right next to him in the video. He say that you go crazy over the line, and then you say it to me in the battle. And nigga saying he won. Come on, man. We gotta get in the.
I mean, those are called in my lane 5-2s. So if Goods had 5-2s, then yes, we on them. When the footage drop, and we breaking down the bars, because you didn't bring breaking down the bars here, sir. I'm actually the one. I'm not saying we're part of that. Jay Black breaks down bars. I break down bars. So people break down bars before we even thought about you coming back. So I'm not going to give you credit for me sitting down breaking down bars. I'm sorry. I give you credit for other things, but that's not what I'm giving you credit for. Now, for these other guys that's reading off the paper and trying to break down bars, yeah, you they father. You ain't my father. I'm not your son. I'm the one. I've been doing this. And everybody on my team over here, that's what we do. So salute to you for making other people pay attention to bars, but that's not how it's working over here. We've been doing that.
Because it's responsible. Y'all supposed to be on his research and supposed to be on top of that and letting the streets know. That's violation of battle rap. How that is niggas keep accepting that dumb shit.
Right.
Like, it's about who the best, man. Who got the best bars and who capable of doing the most shit. Not who can write a little corny-ass, short-ass verse and needs 6 months to write it. How is you creative? How is you even a battler? You can't even really do shit. Like, I'm not tolerating that. That shit is garbage. Niggas gotta step up their work ethic. Niggas gotta get more on their job. And niggas gotta be real rappers, not just battle rappers on the stage jumping around and acting goofy. Show me that you're a real rapper, man.
So, but look, like I'm trying to ask that question. Does it matter with the battle rap?
If you live in the Raleigh area and you're tired of settling,
community, the battle rap crowd, like I was trying to ask you earlier, it's like you have your hardcore fans, and I'm sure you got new fans after you battled Goods. I'm sure you got a lot more new fans. But does it matter to you to actually win over the battle rap crowds that we have, the new people that are into battle rap? Hold on. Let me finish, guys. I'm sorry. Let me finish. The new crowd, that the people that's coming, like there's a lot of people that are into battle rap that didn't even know who you were, right? So does that matter that you, because Do you feel you won in the building?
I won't tell you. There's no separation between in the building and on. It's like, did you win or not? That's goofy. Did you win or not? Who said the best shit? Who bodied who? Like, there's no in the building or no difference. It's like, I bodied that man. I said, way better shit than him. And I just gave you an example. How he stole bars. I never looked me in my eye. I tapped his pockets. I'm all in his face, putting my fingers all in his face, disrespecting him, talking about his daughter. He said nobody could talk about his daughter. I mentioned his daughter, do whatever I wanted to do. And I came out there wild life. It's not.
I thought you just said personals and stuff like that is goofy stuff. Sir, I thought you just said looking up people's past and going into personals is goofy stuff. I thought you just said that. So do you admit that you was doing goofy stuff by mentioning his daughter? Can we admit that? Because what goes for goods gotta go for you, right? Ain't that how it works? Or you got your own set of rules, sir?
I bought an army that he did. And I came up there wildlife talking shit. That's a real battle rapper. That's who won in the building. Because that's what I did to him in the building. I tapped his pocket in the building. I talked about his daughter in the building.
You tapped his pockets? I just thought you said that's goofy stuff. Or maybe I misunderstood you. I thought you said that extra stuff was goofy. But then you're tapping his pockets, you're putting his hands in his face, you're agitating him like the female battle rappers might do. Because you know female battle rappers do that too, right? I'm getting confused, Cassidy. That's my only thing with the Cassidy fans, and it confuses me. I want y'all to explain to me, because he says rules that apply to him, but don't apply to goods, or vice versa. Or, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, everything that applies to goods don't apply to him. And that's not fair.
And in his eyes and looking him in his face and calling him all type of names in the building. Not so there's no difference. But what I'm trying to tell you is I do have this new battle rap crowd. That's why I'm putting up all these numbers on every blog site. That's why this battle is nothing bigger than this. This battle gonna do the biggest numbers. They put up the biggest pay-per-views. You've seen it sold out the biggest venue, the quickest. That's all me. That's not good. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. So I have the most fans. It's just like this. And rap first.
Hold up. Is that important or just the bars? That stuff is important? Hold on. Let me get this right. So that stuff is important? It is? I thought it wasn't important. I thought it was just the bars.
First started. I'm sure that the music business didn't like rap. I'm sure it was getting booed.
Facts, RA. I saw the 15 minutes of fame when Pharaoh explained it, and I saw Misfits too. So I kind of got the gist of why she didn't rap her third round. But appreciate you for that information, man. But yeah, I saw that too.
It was sad. They thought it was going to die out completely. They didn't think it was a real form of music. Now it's the biggest music in the world. But how can you make it become the biggest music in the world if the people in the beginning didn't fight and let people know that this what it was? They're like, no, the culture is disco. How can you bring this out? That's not the culture. Ooh. But niggas kept pushing it, and now it's the biggest music in the world. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing what's right in battle rap. Of course, when I first jump on the stage and I'm coming with a completely different thing than what niggas ever seen, they're not going to know how to accept it right away. You know, it might take time for them to really understand what's going on. Them bars that I was saying were so advanced that the crowd wasn't catching them, bro. All that shit was going over their head. They don't understand that shit. They never seen nothing like that. So how can you expect them to just embrace it and catch it right from the rip? It's advanced shit. They're going to have to study and look back on that to catch what I'm doing. And it's going to encourage other niggas to get on their job like I've always been doing in this music shit. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't expect everybody to know what I'm doing and have it all in their head because I'm advanced. I'm setting the way. I'm paving the way. I'm showing niggas what's expected. And that's why I'm shifting shit around as we speak. But you can't say they pleasing the battle rap crowd because if you was, you would have had a next battle set up. Niggas would be throwing blogs about who they want to see him battle next. Niggas what leagues will be calling him to set up his next battle. whatever some blogs or whatever videos he on and dropping them shit will be getting views, but they not, because he don't got the battle rap community, because they don't want to hear that corny shit he's talking. They want to hear this shit, this broke shit I'm talking. 5,2-0, nobody can fuck with me, and I'ma always show up with better bars no matter who they put me in front of. So that's what niggas want to hear. They want that type of champion, not a soft ass nigga like her.
Am I gonna break down the battle, Strong Island? How long you been working with me? Rocking with me, homie. Am I gonna break down the battle? No, I didn't. Now I'm gonna start breaking down battles. Now that Cassidy's back, now that Bars is back, we're gonna start breaking bars down. We're gonna start actually ranking these guys. We're gonna actually start judging these battles. Yeah, salute to Cassidy for that.
So that's the difference. I just got so proud of when I used to battle rap. I got new niggas too, babies, little kids. Everybody fuck with me because I'm that energy. I'm that nigga.
I agree. Let me ask you now. After the battle, I appreciate number one, man, that you actually took the time out to talk with me after the battle. But it seemed like after the battle, I don't think you.
I'm gonna wait till it drops like I do in all the rest of the videos. We're gonna wait till it drop on YouTube, and we're gonna do our thing, Strong Island. We're gonna do our thing. We're probably gonna be a little bit more intense on this one because there's so much controversy around it, like I am usually when there's controversy around battles. So we're gonna check it out, bro.
Did any other interviews, and I think you wound up leaving not too long after I did the interview with you. What was your actual feeling, after the battle? Like, why didn't you stay around and, do some other interviews and stuff like that? Why did you wind up leaving?
Because everybody was against me. You felt it. You was there. You seen it, though. Everybody, all the Avengers was directly positioned in the front row. I never seen no shit like that in my life. I never set up all the Avengers like how they did in the front row. Good.
They were in the front.
Good. That's going to be able to see them controlling the energy of the crowd, being on the stage, throwing their arms up to hype people up at certain times, and that's what they was doing because they haters. They don't like to see me talk and shit. And once they see that,
maybe I'm confused. Is he saying that he never seen that battle rappers be in the front row when big events gonna happen? So he's saying that like in Gnome 9, right? When Lux and Verb get on the stage, that battle rappers is not gonna be in the front on that front row. That's what he's saying. Because that's funny because I've been watching battles a while, and Surf usually be right there in the corner. We see T-Rex right there in the corner. We see Tay-Rock right there in the corner. We see Charlie Clips right there. We see Goods right there in the corner. We always see these battle rappers right there on stage. So it's amazing to me how it's now the first time that that this happened when you battle. That's amazing to me when we've been seeing that too.
First round, they knew he was dead. It was a first round knockout anyway. But they just couldn't have it because I was talking shit after that round. They couldn't even deal with it after the round, so they had to change the energy, and that's why they start hyping up that corny shit he said. Super corny shit. They started hyping it up and cheering and started booing that crazy shit I was saying to try to switch it up. But when you listen to the bars and you go back and watch the video, you can't change what the bars were. Fuck the boos and the eyes and the cheers and all that, because Goods got booed too. They was booing his shit too. It's just the Avengers in the front wasn't. So it didn't seem as loud and as aggressive when he was doing his shit because all of the Avengers in the front right by the mics was. That's the difference, man. But at the end of the day, who's...
So the battle rappers was booing you?
That's the best shit. Who looked more like they had the most passion? Who looked like they put in the most work to prepare for this shit? And I took off wild years. I don't battle rap all the time. I ain't forget no lines. I ain't mumble. I ain't stutter. I ain't look scared. Or none of that. I went on stage, did my thing, bodied that man. But the energy was still against me, and I knew that. So that's why I got up out of there, because that's not my crowd, that's his. He was the one shaking everybody's hand after the battle, friendly. Thank you. Like, thanks for doing that. And I'm up out of there because I'm standing, so I don't want to hang around the Avengers. Why would I? Why would you want to sit around the Avengers if you Thanos? Why? You're not trying to chill around them niggas. It's not chill time. Like, when we around each other, it's time to get busy, man.
Right. Well, again, like I guess that's. I know they said. I know you got the crowd was booing when you battled Disaster the first time, but this time, it was like it was a lot more, and you never left the stage and went into the garage. So, do you feel when you come back for your next battle, is that going to be something you're concerned about? Is that something you want to overcome the next time you actually battle? Does that matter to you?
Because our body disaster and our body goods, and everybody with any common sense know that. All of the niggas that's rating the bars know that. Everybody that matters know that. Only niggas that
Everybody that matters know that. He didn't mean to say that. See, I'm being too petty now. There's no way he meant to say that. So we're just gonna let him slide on that. So the people that's reading your bars that's random in the fans that we never seen before, just random people that's coming out on YouTube, they're the ones that count, not the angry fans, not the battle troops, not the bloggers, not the people that got a fan base for talking a certain type of way and the fans like it. Not them. Not the bloggers that the battle rappers actually go on their radio shows and talk to and respect. Not them. Not the J Blacks, not them. But the random fans that's coming out on YouTube, they're the ones that matter. Like I said, you didn't mean to say that. You couldn't have.
saying there's one of these niggas that's going by the crowd and they're gonna regret it and they're gonna change up these statements once the video drops. It's like it's already shipped and niggas know who the best. You can listen to that 5,002 and know that I just dropped.
How much you hey Trey Lizzy? Salute to you this morning, huh?
Fire.
Just a couple of lines and you can just tell who's capable of doing better shit. Like you don't even have to see the battle. You can just listen to a couple.
Right, baby girl. Right. Right.
Of them bars and tell that there's no way in the world Gus could beat me. So it's like that's the difference. And I'm bringing back that energy, so I'm excited. I don't gotta change nothing to shift nothing for the crowd. I'm making the crowd. That's what I do. I change shit around. When I first came with this power, punching every line, niggas wasn't used to that. It's not like everybody was cheering, like that was just a popular style. Everybody, yay! It was confusing. Niggas wasn't catching all the punches on right to that first. But I kept pushing it. I kept doing it. And now it's what everybody says. Now it's just the insane. But I made it like that. And I'm making something like that now with battle rap. I'm shifting the culture as we speak. And I'm capable of doing it, and that's why I'm back.
You're not gonna let me get you out your character today? Oh, that's what you be trying to do? You want to get me out my character?
But I'm not going to change and do that goofy shit they do to try to please their fans. No. I'm going to make their fans feel dumb for even liking what they like, and then my fans won't still be there. So it's going to be all of the fans that's going to fuck with the shit that I'm doing, and that's bringing bars back. Bars is back.
What do you say about people that were saying the bars you were saying, a lot of that stuff you could have said that to anybody, and the stuff Goods was saying was pretty much direct?
Hello, you're looking at Magfast Wall, a phenomenal new upgraded version of one of the most popular charger designs around.
At you, like, so his everything he was saying was pretty much, based around you, but a lot of the stuff you were saying, it could have been said to anybody, because you really wasn't going at him.
All of that shit that I said to him was directly towards him. Like, like the people, because Goods is a nobody. I'm not a gossip rapper. I'm not gossip about Goods all day because he's a nobody. He don't even got a life. Look him up. You try to even not even the rap, just try to write a little short story about Goods. You can't find nothing. Unless you're a battle rapper that just watch battles and got your own opinion, that's the only person that can write about Goods. There's no other information out there about Goods like because he's not famous, he's not popular, he's not a star. So
well, we knew that going into this. We knew that. You were more popular than him because you're all around.
And he finished. So if he's not a star and he's not popular and there's no information out there that nobody give a fuck about, that nobody know about, how can you keep doing personal towards this nigga? That's not my style of rap. I don't give a fuck about his personal life because he's a corny nigga. What I'm telling you is that you're not fucking with me. Like, I don't give a fuck about all that gossip rap. That's corny dick shit. I don't like that. I'm not going to support that and come back and but it was shit directed at him. Like when I talked about his daughter on the next sex tape. Like when everything I was saying was directed at that nigga. Like that fake ass ice that he dropped will not make the swelling go down. Like,
that was fire.
That's him. It's not for nobody else. All that shit was for him. Like that 5,200, you could pull that up. All that shit is for him. And I got wild other shit that I didn't get to say on stage that was all for him. So it's like, it don't matter. It's like,
I don't think you understood what he was saying. I mean, you spit it to him, so obviously it's for him. But you could have said that bar to anybody that rock fake chains, right?
I'm better regardless. That shit he was saying towards me was all lies. So if y'all want to talk about angles and want to talk about personas that directed at me, if all that shit was directed at me, it got to be based on some shit was. None of that shit. Like, none of that last round, none of that second round, and none of that first round was based on no truth. And I be asking these good fans to let me hear something that he said, and nobody can quote nothing. And niggas is even scared to quote a line with me on the phone because they know it's based off lies. I'm going to break it down and make niggas feel like, man, why I say that line?
No, we not, Cassidy. Holla at me. There's a couple of people out here that would love for you to help us understand what you're talking about. Holla at us. You're only hollering at the people that's already on your side, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here that would love to talk to you and then say some of Good's bars and see how you break them down. Check this out, man. Follow the regulars.
But the chauffeur line was fire. The casket line was fire. I got casket ready. Those were fire.
Oh, for it. You was in Maybach and all these chicks and all that young ass shit. What are you talking about?
That shit was fire though, Cass. It was fire.
So, I didn't like it. I don't remember that. I wasn't on Maybach music and I don't remember all that. Young guy, I never had no chauffeur. I always drove my own shit. Fuck is you talking about? You never seen me with chauffeurs and shit. I'm always driving my own shit. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what are you talking about? That shit was trash. He's just trying to, what do you mean? I've been good. I could book goods for $6,000, bro, for a baddie. You make it seem like goods getting wild money. Stop trying to make it seem like you could talk this money shit with me. That's why I'm not even going to go in that direction because you're stupid. I'm not going to sit there and battle with stupidness. There's no reason to even talk that with him. So even if I did used to drive the Maybach the Phantoms, I had them, you never had one. You could add up all of the cars that you ever had, put all of the prices together, and you still couldn't get a Phantom. So what are you talking about? Like, that's stupid shit. I don't like that. That's dumb little kid shit, and I'm not in that. I'm a grown, super grown-ass man. Like, come on.
Listen, I was talking to Math, right, and I thought the analogy he gave me was fire.
Before Smack started, I still get royalties from songs that I put out, a lot of songs, before Smack, the URL even started. I'm still getting royalties from those songs. So what is he talking about? He's a stupid little nigga. So don't even, them lines is trash. Like, and that's not directed at me. You want to say that's directed at me, but my lines ain't directed at her. That shit trash. I ain't that nigga that was in Maybach and all that, and I ain't never had no chauffeur and all this shit and Swiss and all that shit. Yo, Swiss just texted me this morning. That's my family. You don't know what the fuck you talking about with Swiss. You always wanted to get a deal with him when you said we were supposed to have first battle. You was trying to get a deal with him. When I got locked up and went to jail, because you knew when I was around, you couldn't even get a meeting. So when I got locked up, you finally got a chance to...
I know he didn't understand the question, baby girl. I don't think he understands what's going on.
Get a meeting, and you got a meeting, and you thought you was gonna work something out, and you realized you was trash, and you still couldn't do nothing with Swift. And until this day, if you bodied me,
this is Uncle Ra.
Why Swift ain't text you this morning? Why you not working with him? Because you fucking trash. Everybody know that. Everybody in the industry know.
I mean, you using that angle on Goods, and you gonna keep using that angle, but all we gonna do is take Goods out of it and put somebody else in there. Like, so you're talking down on Goods, but might if you battle somebody that's a bigger so now status matters in battle rap. So when you was battling all these 5,000 times, whoever had the biggest status won. Well, I thought you just told us it was all about bars. Bars, how creative. Creative don't mean facts, right? It's metaphors. So creativity got something to do with actually telling the truth It's bars, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Third stress. So come on, it don't make no sense. Everybody know our bodies that man. It's just the URL can't deal with that. They can't have no industry nigga coming in there talking shit about every URL rap. I didn't say just one. I said I'm better than all them niggas. They can't have no nigga come back say he's better than all of them niggas and go on stage and body that man. That first round knockout, I killed that man from the first round. He never said no shit that whole night better than that shit. And don't that shirt that shit trash, garbage shit.
So what about Rum Nitty? How do you think that's a better matchup for you if you don't think Goods was a better matchup? How about Rum Nitty?
I like Rum Nitty. He got punches, but I think he lost to T-Top. He about to battle Keyshawn. That's going to be a hard match for him. It's like he got a lot to do and a lot to prove. Like he could.
So you think Rum Nitty lost to T-Top? When Rum Nitty is a bar heavy guy like you, sir, and T-Top is an angler, performer, crowd control guy like Goods. But Goods is trash. You don't like to hear nothing that angles and all the performance and theatrics don't even matter. But you got T-Top beating Rum Nitty. Could you please explain that to me, sir?
But there's a lot more than that with me. I don't just punch. I got a lot more with me. I'm too. I mean, it don't matter though. Like this is what I keep telling people. I don't give a fuck. I don't got no picks like, oh, I want to battle him or I'm a fan, so I'll just. That's what they do with me. They are fans of me, so they want to battle me because they know that the people take a match of their life. I don't got no picks.
No, my point, Cass. My point is that you.
Axon has more than paid for itself. I probably would have had to hire at least 3 more people had I used.
I'm going through THC
Next step.
withdrawals.
That's what
Why is that? Why you say that, pancake guy?
we could do.
My point is that, you know, you keep making sure you always say that Goods is trash. You know, like pretty much saying he wasn't any competition before the battle and he's still no competition after the battle. So that's why I bring up Rum Nitty, because if you talk about bars like Rum Nitty
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
has bars.
There's nobody that you're going to be able to name that's going to make them more competition. Like, they all lose to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all on the same level. There's nobody else that you're going to name just because he got this and he got this and he got that. It's like,
You sound stupid, Jonathan Love. You sound stupid.
all right, cool. They all the same. When I'm going to be better than everybody for the battle, and I'm going to be better than everybody during the battle, and I'm going to be better.
With Fuzz on my here, right? All right. With no bro, like you sound dumb. Don't say stupid stuff to me, bro. I'm the same guy. You sound stupid unless you just go about your business, sir. Please. I ain't got time for you this morning, Jonathan Love. You sound dumb. You know we don't do that over here. So you're talking stupid.
And everybody after the battle. It don't matter who they is.
I said strong, right?
You the fuck.
Hey, Gio, BR, like, what are my moderators doing? What are my moderators here for? Y'all want them to distract me, right? Right.
You're mad, Cass. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
You ever cut that next check? I'm going to tell them what I always tell them. My bad, they're loud in here. But I'm going to tell them what I always tell them. Pick who you want, bro. Whoever the fuck you want to get killed, pick them. That's what I do. I don't got no pick. Niggas can pick whoever they want. I be seeing goofy niggas commenting on my posts and shit. Why you pick him though? Why you don't pick somebody like this and stop picking this? I never pick nobody. Everybody else got picked by somebody else. It's whoever the lead wants. I don't give a fuck. So if they want to pick on Nitty, they could pick him. But obviously they don't. They setting them up with different matches. He's not even. They don't. That's not the names that's coming up. I'm telling you. I'm talking to these niggas. A lot of these niggas that y'all be suggesting, their names not coming up. And
wow.
To get battle with me, you got to get the back, and it's just like a boxing match. You know, both of them got promoters, both of them got sides, both of them got investors. It's like,
What up, J Biz? He said, how we doing it? How we doing? What's up with you, bro? You want a ranch, man? Do you help me judge the battles? If you help me judge the battles and you here on a consistent basis and you helping me out, that's why I got blue wrenches, man. If you want to help us judge and rank these battles, I give you a wrench. Ain't no problem.
How are you going to get somebody that?
That's what you want, bro. Hold on, let me give you a wrench, JP. You do be rocking with me, bro.
Invest enough in you to battle me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do that. It got to make sense to somebody. And obviously, if they can make it make sense to somebody, then let's get it. But if they can't, don't ask me. Like, I'm the one that got to make it make sense for them. They the ones that got to make it make sense. I could battle anybody. They the ones that got to fight for the battle, not me.
No, Trey Lizzie. Remember, you try to get me out of my character, right? So no, absolutely not.
When you before the battle, it was said that you spit your bars to a lot of other battle rappers. If that's true, did any of the battle rappers that you spit the bars to have you losing after the battle? You don't have to say any names. I'm just curious that anybody that you spit the bars to and they say, yo, this shit is fire, and then they had you losing after the battle.
I mean, we already know that because he let JC hear his rounds, and JC said Goods won. So we already know the answer to that. They got him losing the battle.
I'm curious of that.
Nah. I ain't really seen none of them. The dudes that I let hear my raps, I ain't really seen them say I lost. I didn't see that.
Okay. Yeah, because I know a lot of times,
Well, I did.
like it wasn't for you or anybody. It's like I've seen battles and I was like, damn, did he let anybody hear those bars before he spit those bars, to make sure that they were fire?
I got so much shit, though. It's not just like those bars. Like, that's how they write, because they just little niggas that don't really prepare. So they just got 2 rounds, and they just send them 3 rounds to somebody. No, I can get on the phone and say a round to somebody that I still ain't used yet, that nobody ain't hear. It's not on 5,210 yet, and it ain't on, I ain't saying on the stage yet. It still could be more shit like that I let somebody hear. It's okay. Part of this or part of that. But maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no telling what I let somebody hear. It's not like I let somebody hear everything because I got too much shit.
Now, you have watched the battles back, right? You watched the battle a couple times since after the battle?
Nah, I ain't been watching. I've been trying to catch up on some shit. I ain't really been watching the battle because I already know. I was already there. I already know what he said. I mean, I looked over the bars, a couple people reading the bars back, just getting confirmation on the shit he said that was trash, but I ain't really been watching the battle back.
All right, and another thing I was trying to say earlier, I was speaking to Math, and
it's no low key. No, it's not low key, J-Biz. Uncle Rob might be the best interviewer out right now, to me, in my opinion. So I feel what you're saying. It's not low key, it's high key to me. It's like he definitely is well spoken and he know how to get his questions off.
And Matt broke down something for me that I thought was pretty dope. And he was saying like
in the box, double dutch.
Huh?
Jump in the box, double dutch.
Right. I think you said it was supposed to be hopscotch.
That was a dope.
I mean, I rock with knowledge too. But he sound like me interviewing. Know what I'm saying? Well, he sound worse than me. I think I can articulate myself a little bit better than him. But knowledge is cool though. He real cool. His little homie probably interview a little bit better. I like the bars or whatever his homie name. Yeah, I like the way he interviewed a little bit better than knowledge. But knowledge is mad cool. I think everybody like knowledge.
No bars. That was hard.
No bars, right?
No. Listen, I was asking you this. Matt was saying like battle rap is an opinionated art. It's like art opposed to a sport. And he broke it down and he's like art, like if you see a picture, like me and you could be in an art gallery, you see the picture like, yo, that shit is fire. And I'd be like, yo, that shit is ugly. So that's how he broke it down. I thought that was fire because it makes sense that's how battle rap is, because you can, let's just say you are the best rapper in the world, but there are people that liked what Goods did, and then there are people that liked what you did. So can you debate that, you know, it's an opinionated sport, and can you debate on what people like and what people don't like? Can you knock them for liking what Goods did and not liking what you did?
All of good fans are making their opinions, or making their statements off opinion. But my fans are making it off the science. Like, it's not an opinionated sport, like it's a science to it. So if I say that I never met R. Kelly, we only met twice over 15 years ago, and then after that, they're trying to make it seem like it's a rebuttal. That wasn't a rebuttal. If you say I'm in a hell with R. Kelly and you're going to send a girl in there or a nigga in there, whatever the corny ass line he said, how can you say that when I already made it known that I don't know R. Kelly? We don't be in a hotel together because I only seen that nigga twice when we did the song over 15 years ago, stupid. So how can I be in that? But they went crazy like that line hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or...
There we go again, Cassidy. You're making us think that everything has to be true when we clearly grown. Everybody that's listening to battle rap, well, most people are grown. We know that the things that y'all saying to each other, it's not real. It's metaphors. It's metaphors. Now, y'all might take personal angles with each other that might seem real, and y'all know how to make it seem a little bit more real, but we don't know. We don't know. That's not that important to us. It's how you structure that angle to make it hit right then. Or, you know what I'm saying, over the camera, however.
There's so many things that I could bring up in that battle.
He definitely is. He's dissing Uncle Rod. He dissing anybody that disagree with him.
That I mentioned, right? And then he mentioned afterwards, and he screamed when it was a violation.
He said, if you don't got Goods beating him, if you don't got him beating Goods 3-0, you ain't got common sense. He said that to all of us from the jump. The people with common sense know I beat Goods 3-0. So that means the people that think Goods won, like me, don't got no common sense. That's what that means. I don't know if he knows that's what that means, but that's what it means.
There's so much shit that was a lie. Like, so much shit that don't got no backing that even the people that was involved will tell you was a lie. Like, even Dark Low got a little blog. He's saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you heard Dark Lows?
In 300 years, I, Thomas Twining, shall create a delightful turmeric tea to help soothe the digestive system.
And what about the plague?
That is next on my list.
It's just a little plague.
yo, Cassidy, we wasn't even, like, you wasn't even...
How did I know he was going to bring up the fake person? Or what people thought Goods was talking about, or what Dark Low thought Goods was talking about. I knew he was going to bring that part up, but he didn't bring up the part in that same interview with the guy that he's respecting in Philly. Let me see if he do it first. Hold up.
There wasn't no beef or nothing, but niggas wasn't even fucking with each other at that time. What he talking about? He left AR. Like, everybody that got any common sense that look at any type of blogs revolved around me know that, like, all that shit he was saying is a lie.
Hey, sir, I'm right here. AR Ab said that himself. See, Dark Low got it confused what Goods was saying. Goods was saying what AR Ab said out his own mouth, that you ran in the house and you left him, that he had to pretty much protect you. He didn't say like you supposed to have came out blazing, but you're a rapper. You ran in the crib and you hid. He came out guns blazing. This is what AR Ab said himself. That's what Goods was talking about. Dark Low was thinking Goods was talking about something else. Like, hold up, dog. Cassidy was doing his battle rap thing. We was doing like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't understand what Goods was trying to say.
It was already spoke about. Niggas already been talking about it. Disaster touched on it here.
And Dark Low said Cassidy lost. Don't forget that part. He said you lost, bro. He said you got to get your game up, and it's different now. Like the rest of us is saying. That got no common sense.
Years ago, it's like all that shit corny. So they talking about outdated bars. That's outdated. If a nigga that I battled 4.5 years ago touched on all that shit, and then you come back and touch on it even worse with were even more off than he was.
That's battle rap, Cass.
No, that's not.
It is.
That's not that. No, that's not.
It is.
A bunch of lies and a bunch of shit that a nigga said and outdated shit niggas already touched on. That's not battle rap. That's a deduction. That's not battle rap. I don't accept that. How is that?
I mean, it doesn't matter, Cassidy. You're not part of our culture. The battle rap that you do, you can say whatever you want and make all the rules. He's trying to tell you what we do over here in our culture that you've been left gone for a while from. That's what it is. He's trying to tell you that.
Do you really have a
bars up to the dead and you spilling bars and touching on angles that niggas already addressed already? That's not even your angle. How can you do that? That's not battle rap. I don't accept that. That's goofy shit. And that's bitch shit, that gossip rap that they doing, and I don't accept that. That's not battle rap. It's not. If it was battle rap, then they would be winning doing it. Why they not winning then? Why I gotta come back and stir this shit up? Why I gotta come back and get this shit lit? Why they not winning then? Why they not making this shit expand? Why more niggas interested now than ever? Why more niggas?
See, now you're going off in a tangent. You're going off in a tangent this way. Just calm down, sir. Keep it. You know what I'm saying? We grown men. He just talking to you, bro.
Talking about it than ever. Why niggas views and subscribers going up? Why more niggas interested in battle rap? Why more niggas that's about to do movies about it, about to do TV shows about it, and why more brands about to get involved in battle rap? Why is more battle rap leagues getting bigger sponsors now and all that? Because of me.
Facts. We're not taking that away
Right. We never took that away
from you. We're not taking that away from you.
But you were saying that's battle rap. How can a nigga that's not doing what's right make the rules? That's not the rules. I'm making the rules. That's not battle rap.
My point.
It's a bunch of lies.
Jonathan Love, you know that we know that it's about bars already. You know that, unless you're not in the culture. Look at the people that we like. We like the Rum Nitties. We like the New Jersey Twerks. You mean to tell me that these guys not bar heavy? You mean to tell me that Rum Nitty, the JCs, and the people that we actually like, the B Dots and the Los, they're not bar heavy? We don't know about bars? That's what you're trying to say?
If you is going to do bitch shit and you is going to do some type of gossip rap, it got to be based on some truth, some evidence. Like if you going to pull some evidence out that a nigga and you rip.
Oh, you just talking about goods.
So you pull a nigga card and you got some facts behind it, then that's something different. But you're not going to just be quoting a bunch of fucking lies and rumors that you don't got no facts behind and the shit don't hold no weight. And as soon as you say it, niggas know it's a lie. And niggas still share. That's not battle rap.
But Cass, do you really have a gun that'll sit an elephant down?
There we go. There we go.
Of course I do.
Oh.
Of course you do.
Okay. Now, okay. Well, listen. Let me say, hold up.
No, it's lit for hip.
You just snitched on yourself. You just snitched on yourself. Where do we do that at?
Go and knock an elephant down. Yeah. Yeah.
You see how hype he get? Yeah. I'm out of here. That rap is like, no. Not yeah. No. What you talking about? What you talking about? Stop it, Cassidy.
Knock a fucking elephant down.
Okay, but listen. But again.
No. What you talking about?
We don't have proof of that, right? So we just gotta believe.
We're just gonna believe you, right? You sound crazy.
Believe what you saying or not believe what you saying. That's battle rap. Most of the stuff people say in battle rap is not. You can't prove it. It's just words.
So listen, bro, I got a young nigga 16 that got guns that can lift a hippo and knock an elephant down, bro. My little nigga got them type of guns. So just because you don't got proof, I don't got to go on the video and show you all my guns.
Right.
It's like everybody in the fucking world got guns, man. How hard is that to fucking believe? That's not hard to believe. Yes. But to believe...
An elephant, my nigga?
Do you even know?
So you say my little homies and our guns knocking down elephants? What the heck kind of guns y'all got?
Or could kill a rhino.
Some fake ass shit that is totally impossible. Like, I never had a train. So that whole shit he's talking about is a lie. That whole shit about AR is a lie. The whole shit about Splits and money and Carmelo and all this shit, what is you talking about? That don't even make no sense. Like, all that shit is a lie. So that's the difference between that gun line that you just said and what he said. It's a huge difference.
But
Metaphor, creativity, lie. What's the huge difference of a lie? One is a bigger lie than the other. One is a white lie and one is a huge lies. Both. We don't care about that. We don't believe y'all guys like that anyway. Y'all rapping, bro. Y'all rapping.
But it's just, like I say, that's battle rap in general. I mean, every battle rapper says a lot of stuff that is unbelievable. That's what makes it crazy.
No, it's not. That don't make it crazy. That make it corny. If you quoting a bunch of lies and fake shit, that make it corny. That make it corny. Nobody don't want to hear no lies. Niggas want to hear real shit, bro.
All right, Cass. You remember?
You think niggas paying their money to go out there and see you say a bunch of rumors and lies that they can air on the fucking... They could go on Twitter and just see a bunch of people talking about already?
Obviously. That's what battle rap is. Obviously, they paying their money. You know what Lux gonna do? You know what they gonna do over there in the next event that you're not gonna be in? The same thing Goods was doing. The same thing the other battle rappers is doing. Yeah, we do pay our money for that.
No, they want to hear some shit. They want to hear some bars, some real shit. That's not battle rap. I'm not going to sit here and agree with that. That's not it.
I will answer this.
I'm controlling shit right now, and I'm shifting shit around, and I'm letting niggas know that's not it. Niggas not even going to accept that shit no more. If you going to come with that bitch gospel rap, that shit got to be based around something. You going to have to do some real research and have some shit to really talk about. You're not going to just go...
Really? Real research? I just thought you said that was for girls. So, what? Wait a minute. I thought that was for girls, bro. Like, is it just about the bars or the personals do count or the angles? Like, what?
You crazy.
Around with that rumors and all that fake lie.
Yo, he not about to make me lose my mind. He not about to make me feel like I'm just... Battle rap is life. I see everything, man. Rise and grind. Like, if y'all don't hear the contradictions in what he's saying, bro, then I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to rock with him. I salute Cassidy. Salute to you. But you can't say everything this man said was trash because then you're leaving a whole lot of room for error. Because he said a whole lot of things. We'll break down bars and you just breaking down everybody. Oh, no, that's trash too. Oh, that's trash too. But then we look at your bars and you got some fake bars too. And no, but that's fire. And this, like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro.
Shit and make it seem like you won because you just threw your arms around and just smiled a couple.
Right. And then y'all gonna tell me what he's talking about. Right. I love how y'all tell me what he's talking about. He can't explain it, but y'all can for him. Right. We call that something where I'm from.
Okay.
You know.
Yo.
I'm not with
trying
that,
to
bro.
understand him for myself. I don't need you to translate what he's saying. That means you think I'm retarded too. Move it on. Have a nice day, sir.
I'm not with all that swag, this battle rap. Fuck all that, man. This shit got runway modeling. It's not fucking hard.
Van Wood, what's going on, homie? Rise and grind. What's up, boy?
Face for acting, like this shit is battle rap, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck about no swag and all that shit, man. I don't care about how, my nigga, like all them cartoons and shit niggas wear the boxing rings is cool. You could come out with a nigga carrying you like you could king. You could do whatever you want. That's all well and good. But I don't give a fuck about that. All I give a fuck about is how you fight, my nigga. Like, how is you getting busy? How are you going out there and beating this nigga the fuck up if I bet my money on you? I don't give a fuck about your costume. That bag and if you shut and just eat it. I don't give a fuck about all that, my nigga. Like, how do you fight, my nigga? Like, the reason why Ali swag with the icing on the cake is because the nigga could fucking fight. Even without no swag, he'd beat a nigga the fuck up. So now that he got swag on top of that, that's what adds to it. But
and Floyd too. I agree. I agree.
Swag, he beat the fuck up all the time. And niggas like, but he got swag. What? No.
Not sure what all that meant. I'm not sure what all that meant. Have anything to do with anything, but you know, cool.
But it's battle rap, man. Like I say, and I guess you know that's going to be a hard job for you to do is to change, you know, how this thing has been going for so many years, you know, without you, and now for you to come back and then say you're going to change up the whole game. Good luck. That's going to be a hard job, brother, because people are like, this is what they watch now. You know what I mean?
You should already see the game changing, bro. It's just a battle that came out after mine, man. Like, what did it do? Was it like the resolution? Did it sell out like that? Is the numbers going to do like that? Like, no, I'm shifting the coach as we speak. You don't got to think good luck because I'm already done.
Drake too much. What's going on, gangster?
On it. Niggas is about to demand it. The fans is about to demand it. Niggas not gonna settle for less. You're not gonna keep giving niggas dirt weed if it's that gank out there. If it's that loud out there, you're not gonna keep just giving niggas dirt. But of course niggas was cool with dirt when he thought that's all that existed. But as soon as they see that gank out there, at first when they hit it, they gonna be coughing. They might not like it. They like that shit too strong. They might think it's crack or something.
Textiles in the building. What's going on, Tex? Rise and grind. Happy Mother's Day to all of y'all females that's out there, y'all girlfriends, y'all wives, they got kids. Happy Mother's Day to all of them. Salute to them, man.
But then when niggas get used to that loud, it's gonna sweep the world. You're not gonna give a nigga dirt now. Niggas need something loud. Like, and that's what niggas gonna demand in battle rap. They're gonna need something loud, not that goofy shit.
I'm not against it, and I'm not saying it ain't gonna happen. I'm just telling you, good luck. And if that works, then that works too. Because I'm a man, I like bars myself. So I totally agree. Like, you know, sometimes because you get on stage and take a shit on stage don't mean you won the battle. You know, you still got to say some shit. So I agree with that. But
and I had to add, you're like one of the dopest battle rappers when it comes to lyrics and bars.
Facts.
The reason why something that bad is because that's what y'all saying. This is battle rap. The game has changed. It's a new wave. So when he tried to bring y'all niggas just straight bars and black on y'all, niggas wasn't accepting it. Niggas ain't really accepting them until he started doing that goofy shit, and now niggas criticize it. But he just rubbed that shit in y'all face. That nigga really a smart nigga and just showed y'all.
Very smart.
Y'all the ones that fucking bugging. Y'all accepting this shit, but y'all wasn't accepting me when I had bars, when really that's all I'm about. So that's all I'm about too. And there's a bunch of niggas like them in the industry. I mean, not in the industry, but in the culture, like them, that don't agree with that good shit. Don't think it seems like the entire culture agree with good. You got a couple niggas on this side, but everybody don't. Shout out to Chef Trez. They did an interview with him right afterwards, and he said I won. It's like there's a lot of battle rappers that said I won, but niggas don't want to publicize that. There's a lot of bloggers that got 3-0 good, but niggas don't want to publicize that. Niggas want to make it seem like every blogger and every battle rapper think I lost when that's impossible because I killed that nigga.
That's not true. Who's people? Who is these people? Who is this people you speak of, bro? Because we see clearly that the bloggers is going for you. We see clearly that the fans is going for you. Like, we see that. But the respected bloggers that's been here, that we've been seeing forever, that's the ones that's going against you. The respect, the ones with the most subscribers. The ones that been here longer. Those the ones that we saying got you losing.
Not the trolls.
I mean, I won't call them trolls. I just never seen these bloggers before. I'm not saying how long they did it, but if they ain't been doing it that long. They ain't been doing the longest freaking Jake Black and them. They ain't been doing the longest Angry Fan in them. So I know that for sure.
The footage is there, man. Where the Snack dropped the footage, where the niggas getting off the...
I know when Sun started, so I don't know what you're talking about, Tex. I know when that man started. Like I said before, he started because of Battle Troop and all that. Like, I know his whole thing. Like I said, Angry Fans and the J Blacks that been doing it, their opinion, they got the most fans. Those bloggers. Piper Boy, those bloggers. They've been doing it way longer than these newer bloggers.
People view now, however it come out.
Well, they can still get the VOD right now, right? The VOD is still available, right?
That's why I dropped the music, because it's streaming on these platforms. Niggas will be able to hear it now. 5,002 and 0. You can hear bars right now. I'm getting busy. There's nobody in the industry or in battle rap with a record.
You heard one right
Out like that. With that many bars, that much figure to the ring, it'll take niggas the whole career to think of that much shit that I just did after the battle. Because I really get busy.
I can.
And I got another bars is back on all the platforms, so stream that. There's more bars for me blacking out, talking crazy to these niggas, man, because that's what I do.
Well, yeah, and that can never be denied, man. Like I say, you know, I'll never take away, like, lyrically, you're a fucking animal. Consistent animal. I've never seen you choke in any video I've ever watched and shit like that, so that can never be taken away from you. How about the industry, people that you know in the industry, and people outside of the battle rap community. Has anybody said you lost that battle? Anybody? And be honest with me.
Not to me.
Nobody.
Calling me to get any compliment chance. Like niggas know what it is. Bars over bullshit.
Who did he ask? What did he just ask?
Bars over that dumb shit. Like that means bars is back.
You said confidence always get under people's skin? That's a lie, Jonathan Love. I don't know where you get that from. It must get under your skin. I don't know what you're talking about. You just say you like Cassidy, bro. Don't say statements that's not true. That's a lie.
All this fire shit, niggas know what it is. And especially after a couple days, a lot of niggas was just going by the crowd reaction. They was
But delusional people always does.
just, the crowd had them mesmerized. But when niggas went back and watched the battle over, they really came to their senses and really seen that our bodies had moved 3-0. And some niggas give them in the second round, they feel like I stopped short and I ain't really complete my round, so I got disqualified for second. So some niggas giving it 2-1, but most niggas ain't giving it a disqualification because it was longer than his round. So they giving me a 3-0. But it's a bunch of niggas out there throwing that and feel like that. And those are the niggas I'm riding with. And the niggas that ride with me, they know how to talk. They got, you can tell if they really read, and those niggas got head on their shoulders. The niggas that's like good, they stupid niggas because when you act.
State your opinion. Put your picture up. Get confident. Be confident about yourself.
They must say confident, get under our skin. Like, where do you get that from?
Who says that?
From the back of what they're saying, they're saying. And they were repeating the same thing that everybody say. That's how you can tell it.
I said, that's a lie. That might be the truth for you. I'm not saying you're lying.
No.
That's a
might
lie.
Be the truth for you.
It might be the truth for you.
Confident
but
people
not for
might
me.
scare the
So
crap
that's
out
a
of
lie to me. That's what I said. I'm not saying you're a liar or you lie. No. That's a lie to me. That is not true in my life. Confident people gets under my skin. Like, what are you talking about? And that's not confidence to me. That's called delusional to me. Battle Rap is life. I see everything. Salute to the gang. I might check the rest of this out. You know, so I want to hear the rest of what Cassidy got to say. I might check it out. Maybe not. You know how I am. Battle Rap is life. Salute to all y'all. Let me go to work, man.
Gang.